Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Sarah Jenny, a certified marriage and relationship coach. If you're new to my channel, you're very much welcome. Please feel at home. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. And to all my returning subscribers, thank you so much for coming back. So today, we are on the 5th principle to maintaining your relationship. We've been on this topic for a while now. We've talked about the number 1 principle, the number 2, the number 3, the number 4, this is the number 5. And in my next video, I am going to round up. So please, make sure you get to the other principles that we already mentioned and listen to them. It's going to help you a lot. So let's get down to what we have today. I'll be right back. So the 5th principle to maintain your relationship and your marriage is humility. Humility is a beautiful thing, isn't it? Because we love ourselves, yet it's so elusive. So when we talk about humility, we mean the characteristics of being humble. When someone is down to earth. Some persons think humility is weakness, but it's not weakness. So in your relationship or in your marriage, you have to do everything possible to make sure that you run away from pride, which is the opposite of what? Humility. Because pride has brought so many people down, both married couple and unmarried people. When you show humility in your marriage, you tell your partner that you honor him or you honor her, and with that you will learn so many things about your partner that you do not know before. God is constantly against the proud, and he constantly gives grace to the humble one. And in case if you do not know how to be humble, I have some tips for you, things that will help you to be humble in your marriage or your relationship. You must accept your shortcomings and acknowledge your mistakes. I only tell us every time and now that nobody is perfect. Your imperfection makes you a human being. So your ability to acknowledge that you have shortcomings, you have mistakes, makes you a very humble and mature person. Utilize them to your benefit and then create a wonderful future. The 2 things you need to do to remain humble in your marriage. Ask for forgiveness without being told to do that. There are so many husbands, there are so many wives that cannot say I am sorry to their spouse. Oh, after all, I paid a dowry. No, I cannot say I'm sorry. That's a very bad way to live. I need to ask you some questions. Now, when you make your partner angry, when you make your spouse, when you annoy your partner, and you refuse to apologize, does it add some money in your account? Does it make you feel better? Does it bring peace, harmony, understanding in the marriage? Does it benefit you in any way? It does not. You should always say you are sorry to your partner whenever you offend him, whenever you offend her. You don't even need to be told. I am talking about sincere apology, not you need me to say I am sorry. Take it, I am sorry. No, that's not what I am talking about. I mean, this apology that will come from the sincerity of your heart. That even your spouse will know that you are really, really sorry. When asking for forgiveness, it should include both verbal and non-verbal parts. And your facial expressions, your body languages, your gestures should all say, I am sorry. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it and what you do while saying, I am sorry. I think I've talked about this in my previous video when we discussed about forgiveness and apology. You must swallow your pride and say, I am sorry. It does not kill you. It can't kill you. It can't make you less a man. It can make you less a woman. Just telling your partner that you're better off today than you were yesterday. It doesn't make you the man of the house. No, you're already the man of the house. You're already the king. She's already a queen. Nothing dispute that. But you must be able to swallow your pride and tell your wife or your husband, I am sorry. That's the point we are trying to make. So, the number 3 thing to do in a relationship to remain humble: constantly appreciate your partner. Appreciation opens way for other opportunities. Tell him thank you always. Tell her thank you always. Thank you is a very simple word, but then it's very, very powerful. It does so many things. It shows that you're reasonable. Thank you has a way of melting the heart. Not just the heart of the person you are talking to, but your own heart. Many people that do not know how to appreciate their partner end up closing some other beautiful opportunities. This particular thing does not just work only in your marriage or in your relationship. It works in other kinds of relationships that you have. There is nothing wrong when a husband wakes up in the morning or the wife wakes up in the morning and you tell your husband or you tell your wife, honey, I just want to appreciate you for who you've been to me. I just want to say thank you for coming into my life. Thank you for doing this life with me. I want you to be reassured that you have a place in my heart, a special place in my heart that nobody else can occupy. I love you. I honor you. God bless you. You can imagine when you say this with a flower in your hand. You can imagine how your wife is going to feel, how your husband is going to feel. Come on. Appreciate your partner. And you know what is going to happen? You'll be thinking, or she'll be thinking, what's the next thing I can do for my wife? What's the next thing I can do for my husband? What's the best thing I can do for him? Oh, what do I do? What do I do? Imagine when you praise God, how God feels. And I said, saying thank you is one of the cheapest ways to show appreciation or honor. When you praise God, He comes down to take His glory. We remember what happened in 2nd Chronicles chapter 20. Jehoshaphat and his men. It was out of praise and worship that they conquered. Remember the wall of Jericho? So constantly appreciate your spouse. When you appreciate him, when you appreciate her, she will do better. He will do better. Always remember that any achievement is a combined effort of you and your partner. Do not take the glory alone. Please remember to share credit. Very important. It's going to encourage collective goals. So number 4 thing to do to remain humble in your relationship is to try as much as you can to listen to your spouse. There are some husbands that cannot even spend 2 hours listening to their spouse. Now, this is a very important skill in a relationship. That's why you have to cultivate this skill even before you get married. Learn to listen to people. When I'm talking about listening, it's not just about listening to what the person is saying from the mouth. You have to go beyond that to listen to the non-verbal expressions, because an accurate communication, effective communication cannot take place in a relationship or in a marriage without what? Listening skill. So it's very important that we learn to listen. The number 5 thing to do to stay humble in your relationship is that you have to learn to accept good piece of advice from your spouse. Sometimes your wife or your husband may know so many things about you that you do not know. Please swallow your pride, stay humble. When she's talking to you about something about you, think about it, because 2 good heads are better than 1. Take those things serious. Have open mind to accept changes. That is what makes you a human being. That is what shows that you are mature enough to be married. The perspective your spouse gives you about yourself can provide insight you have yet to consider. Try to see things from that perspective and know if that is really something you can work on. Okay, the sixth point is that you have to seek constructive feedback from your partner, from your spouse here, because it could be one of the New Year resolutions that you can make. See that, last year I tried to work on this part of my life, based on your own assessment, how far did I go? And equally ask him or her, which area of my life do you want me to work on? He's going to tell you because he knows you better than any other person out there. Honestly, your wife or your husband knows you better than any other person. So ask your husband, ask your wife, seek those constructive feedback. That's what I call it. And whatever he tells you, please think about it. And while doing this, be open to making a change. Yes. The seventh point is that you have to learn to forgive. Yes, I've talked about this because I've talked about apology, saying I am sorry. So this time around, you have to learn to forgive. There are some people that will say, that thing that you did to me, oh, to the grave. That is where we'll settle it. See that, come back home. You have to forgive, because honestly, when it comes to marriage, you cannot do much if you don't forgive and if you don't apologize. So don't say, this is what my wife did to me, I cannot forgive. No, the Bible says 70 times 70, right? You see? So as the Lord is forgiving you, because you're offending him day by day, you have to forgive somebody else. That could be your wife, that could be your husband. So when you feel you cannot forgive somebody, you are on the wrong path. Don't say that you did to me. When we get to heaven, we are going to settle it. That's a lie. When you get to heaven, there is nothing like that. Heaven is a place of worship. You know how it is now. So to stay humble in that marriage, you have to learn to forgive your partner and let go. The last one, not the sixth point, the number 7 point, is that you have to prioritize your partner. Know that in this life, have a special place for your partner. Value your partner, treasure him, and don't say anything demeaning about your partner. There are some women that will say, oh, my husband, that one, that cannot even provide. This one, that man, that useless man. Come on, you're calling him useless, he will keep becoming useless. So prioritize your partner. He should be the number one in the list, and your wife should be the number one in the list. I'm not saying if he's doing something bad, you shouldn't let him know, or you shouldn't know. That's not what I am saying. But do not criticize him outside, because the way you present your partner outside, that is the way some other people will see him or her, and that doesn't show humility. So, sweet people, humble yourself, and God is going to elevate you. That's what the Bible told us to do. I'm coming to the end of today's video, and I hope you liked what you see. Please do give this video a thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and it will be a wonderful thing if you can share this video to some other people. Honestly, this is going to help marriages. It is going to help us to rewrite the wrong narratives about marriages of these days. So marriage is going to be very humble. Yeah. Something spicy. So spice up your marriage with these tips I have just mentioned, and humility, and see how things will turn out to be. Thank you so much. I love you. I'm still Sarah Jenny, a certified marriage and relationship coach. Bye.